What's up guys? In today's video I'm going to explain how I made $17,000 in net profit off one of my stores. The sales on that was $88,000, and I'm going to show you guys and explain to you guys how simple this business model really is. Now, the business model is Amazon FBA wholesale. I'm going to get right into it. The barrier to entry of this business model is the hardest part, but once you get past the beginning stages, you get everything kind of sorted out, find your suppliers, figure out what products you're selling, have a list of profitable leads to continuously be able to send into Amazon, the ball can start rolling down quickly. I just posted a story on my Instagram saying all you need is to sell 20,000 units a month at $3 net profit per unit to be able to make $60,000 in net profit per month consistently. And that's literally without scaling even further. Once you get into the business, once you see all these different suppliers, all these different opportunities that there is to buy these products and sell them at a profitable price, then you'll understand that selling 20,000 units a month is actually extremely easy, extremely simple, and it's doable for you. So you're gonna have to, change your mindset a bit and start to see, okay, all these numbers are actually possible. And you don't understand that until you're actually on your computer looking at the data. And even after looking at the data, the next part of it is you actually selling on these listings that do $100,000 a month in revenue. And then you start to see, okay, damn, like I'm actually getting all these sales. I'm actually selling through these products and I'm marking them up way more than what I'm getting them for. And then you're like, all I literally have to do is just keep, replenishing, getting on new listings, everything like that. The reason why I think that Amazon FBA and specifically wholesale is such a good business model is because it's so plug and play. All you're doing is finding a listing that has sales already. It either has 1,000 sales a month, 2,000 sales a month, 3,000 sales a month, and all you're doing is, as long as you have that product and can source that product from a supplier, from a distributor, all you're doing is just sending it into Amazon and selling it for the profitable price. That's literally all it is. So it's not like you have to run ads. This business model, you don't have to run any ads whatsoever, and you can be doing, multiple $100,000 a month, millions a month with no ad spend at all. You don't need any ad spend. So it's a lot more concrete. It's a lot more, I know that I'm going to sell this many units and you can actually estimate it, rather than let me see if this product is going to be good or not, because you can already look at the data and it tells you if it's going to sell. So here's another thing, another pro to this is that when you're selling on Amazon, when you're selling like a toothpaste, for example, because we're selling everyday products, if you're selling a toothpaste, for example, you can sell it on a listing that has a 1-pack of the toothpaste that sells 1,000 times a month. And then there's also going to be a listing that sells as a 2-pack that might sell 2,000 times a month. Those are completely separate listings. So you're able to get a portion of each of those listings. And obviously there's tons of different data points that go into this, but you guys get the gist. It's like I make these videos, I don't have any kind of mentorship about Amazon, any kind of teaching about Amazon. I don't, sell anything regarding Amazon, because all that I've ever teach is options. All that I've ever taught is options, which I've been trading options for 6 years. And I haven't started teaching Amazon because I personally am focused on growing the business, which tells you a lot, because there's so much opportunity in this. I mean, if you guys get into it, and the biggest hurdle that I see with most people is they'll be like, okay, well, how do I find the distributors? How do I find suppliers? There's no distributors in my area. And I'll find out what area they're in, and I'm literally making tens of thousands from distributors in their area. So it just shows, like, you guys have to dig, you guys have to look for the suppliers, look for the different, products, brands, relationships that you can build, and then go from there. But how was I able to make $17,000 in net profit on this store? The cost of goods on that was around $43,000. So I'm not going to do the exact math, but return on investment is around 40 to 50%. So that month, I didn't even spend that much on inventory. But all you have to do is simply spend more to make more. As long as you have the right data, as long as you know what you're doing, and you don't make stupid mistakes like I have in the past where I just go too deep into one product, the price tanks and everything like that, you're able to just always turn your cash over and over and over and over. And for most of you guys watching, you don't really want to, like your guys' goals, if you're watching this, you're probably, young, and you just want to be able to be free and not have to work a job that you hate and go spend hours of your life every single day working a job. And literally one product can replace that. So that's why when I see people that are working jobs or doing all these different things, the only reason why is because you don't have the information. But if you knew what I knew, if you knew that one product could easily just make you quit your job, then you would be quitting your job so fast. The issue is that it's either people have a lack of belief that it actually works, or people just simply aren't willing to put in the effort to understand and figure out how to do it themselves. These are the two main keys. So if you're able to put in the work and actually see, how do I do this? I'm willing to invest in myself to learn how to do this. I want to, go all in on this because this is the path that I want to take. And you have to go into it with the mindset of, because there are people doing 500K months, $1 million months. And even at first, for me, it seems so crazy because I'm just like, how is that even possible? And it is possible, and you have to be able to understand that, because the first thing to being able to unlock these crazy, crazy big numbers is being able to understand that they're possible, they're achievable, and you can do the same and more than everybody else is doing. Everybody else is just human. They're not some alien that's, somehow making 300, 500, 600K a month. What you have to do is unlock it in your mind, because the people who think to themselves, I want to do these big numbers, but I just think they're so far away, or that's not even possible to do. The people who think like that, their chances of ever achieving that are so low, because they have literally a block. So when you can't even believe that 100K a month is real, you even getting to 50K a month is super unlikely, super unlikely. So you getting to even 25K a month is still unlikely, because it's like, if you go into something with the mindset of it not even being possible, then how do you ever expect to achieve it? I was talking to my friends about this the other day, and the thing is that no matter what numbers you see, huge, crazy numbers, big numbers, no matter if the person that's, telling you those numbers is actually doing those numbers or they're just faking those numbers, it doesn't mean to go trust them and invest your money with them. But the mindset that you have to have is, these numbers are possible. There's people doing these numbers, because the people that are doing these numbers never thought that, oh, this isn't possible, or they wouldn't have put in all the effort. You have to be able to understand that it's possible, or else you physically won't be behind the desk. You won't be behind your computer. You won't be doing the product research. You won't be doing all of these things, because you won't even believe that you're going to get anything out of it in the end. If I were to tell you, okay, you just sit behind your desk, and if you find this many products that sell this many times a month with this net profit per unit on average, you're going to be able to buy a McLaren. You would be behind your desk, 24/7 until you got to that point. And obviously there's other factors that go into it, but this is what I want you guys to do. The point of this video is that everything I explained is exactly how I was able to make that amount of profit, the $17,000 in net profit on one store. And that was literally in the time span of 1 month. So imagine what you'll be able to do within 12 months. And that's not even, speaking about scaling it up. You can have way, way bigger months than that if you just simply reinvest your profit. Because if I reinvest that $17,000 into another purchase order, then I'm going to be making even more the next month. All that you have to do is just roll. We're not going to get into, all the specifics of it, but that's the point of this video, is that if you guys want this lifestyle where it's like you make this money and, you do all this stuff, basically freedom, you don't have to work a job. All you have to do is obtain the information required and put in the work behind it. That's all it is. Don't overcomplicate. Don't think that you have to be some genius, because you don't. You just have to be the person who wants it more than everybody else and is willing to go really, really, really far in order to get to that point. That's what I want to leave you guys with. And another thing that I want to leave you guys with, the last thing, is that I told you guys about how if you want something and you can't believe that it's real, you're likely not going to get it. So what do I do on my computer is, there's been goals that I've had that sure I could have already, fulfilled by now, but I haven't done them because like materialistic things that I wanted, but I haven't fulfilled them just for different other reasons. But what I want you guys to do is, for example, what I do is write down like the biggest things that you want, or like things that you even just want soon. Like, for example, what I like to write down is supercars that I like want to have. 765 LT McLaren, 812 Superfast, or even like other cars, G-Wagon. And what I do is go on Notion and I write down, basically it's like a game, and I put 812 Superfast unlocks at X amount per month, like 70,000 profit per month, or 765 LT unlocks at blank profit per month. And all I'm doing is just reverse engineering it to figure out, okay, this goes here. If I divide this by this, the numbers by this, how many units do I have to sell to make this amount per month in order to get to that number, to get to the goal? If you're not working towards a certain lifestyle, if you don't have that North Star, if you don't even have the mindset of what numbers you want to be at in your business, the chances again of you ever getting there are lower and lower and lower. So you need to analyze your life. You need to see what different factors, am I living by that are limiting my ability to be able to get to this level and make this amount of money per month, and what different factors are actually enabling me to get there. What do I have? What resources do I have? Do I have capital? Do I have knowledge? Do I have the leads? Do I have the products? These things are going to enable me to get there. But what is going to disable me from getting there? The mindset of, I don't think these numbers are possible. The mindset of, I don't even know how far I want to go with this. I don't even know how much I want to make. I don't even know what I really want to do with the money. I don't even know why I want to make the money. I just want to make money. The person that has those things in mind already is always going to go further than you. So in any regard that someone else will be able to basically have a higher chance of succeeding than you, you have to instantly fix that area of your life or that mindset that is flawed within your brain chemistry. Because if you just think, oh, I don't know, I want to make a lot of money, but I don't know what I want to use it on. Do you think that that's a good mindset to have? Or do you think that the person who knows exactly what they want, I want this car in this spec, this color, that person knows exactly the reality that they want, exactly why they're doing it. So they're always going to have maybe even if it's 1% more drive than you, it's still worth it, because those 1 percentiles in every single different aspect, every single different way continue to add up. And that's the make or break in the person who actually makes it and becomes successful versus the person who just doesn't become anything, or maybe just becomes average and doesn't do any crazy numbers. But the point being is, guys, think about these things, take them seriously, and if you really do want to get to that next level, just continue to put the work in, obtain the information and knowledge, and I'm rooting for you. See you guys on the other side.